Hello, 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 everybody. It's your girl Ashley, the amateur expert, coming to you live today for this episode of Talk Tuesday on a Wednesday. Keep saying this, I have to come up with a different name of the show. But right now, we're rocking with Talk Tuesday, but we're on a Wednesday. What's up? I am super excited to have our guest with us today. If this is your first time joining us, the concept of the show is to talk with our guests about their career paths, their idea of success, and the tips and motivators that they used along the way. So, our guest today is the one, the only Cierra Brooks. She is my ween sister. She is a hustle her. She is a boss. You hear me? Thank you all for joining. Hey, India, how are you? Haven't seen you in so long. Megan, Brooke, hey, Raj was in the building. I see Megan. Love y'all. Let me. Hey, sis. Okay, hold on. I gotta focus and get Sierra in the building. Okay. Also, I want to say happy belated birthday to my sis Tierra. She holds us down in the comments every week. So happy birthday to you. Belated birthday. Y'all send her some love in the comments. Penning this comment from Raj. Thank you, sis. All right. Okay, so Sierra's with us. So let her in. Oh, is she with us? Is she with us? Is she there? I think I see her. Sierra, are you with us?
On this.
My sister, I'm coming through with theme music, okay?
Oh,
I love it. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
all
You're
right,
not
hold on.
gonna
Let
You're
me
gonna
start.
bring all the energy, all the energy, all the energy. Welcome, sis. How are you?
Had to go through, a little something.
Little
Nikki is
fun,
back.
fun.
Back.
Yes, yes, yes. I love it. I'm here for all of it. All of
Yes.
it. Oh my goodness. Well, Sierra, I want to say thank you so much for being on the show today. And I want to dive right in. Tell us who you are. What's up? What's up with you? Who and what do you do currently for work?
Okay, so I am Cierra Brooks, um, originally from Baltimore, Maryland. Uh,
Baltimore,
You gotta say like Baltimore.
Baltimore.
So if you're not from Baltimore, you say it like Baltimore. So I'm from Baltimore, Maryland, and I currently live in Los Angeles, California, um, which work actually brought me here. Uh, I don't know how much time I got to dig into how I even got to LA.
So we will get into that, but right now, tell us what you are doing currently. Like
Okay, so brand
all 50 of the things that you're doing
all
currently.
okay, so brand strategy marketing with Lobos 1707, which is LeBron James' new tequila. Um, I do some work. I help Lenny out with Khaled, DJ Khaled. I help out with different rising artists. I help them with, like A&R, brand placements, brand deals, distribution deals, all different type of record label deals and things like that. Um, and I think that PR. I'm like, what else do I do? I
And then
don't.
you have
I
and
love
you
all things
and you
entertainment.
have your own entrepreneurial endeavor.
What'd you say?
I said, and you have your own entrepreneurial endeavor.
Yes, Famously Fits, which is my meal prep catering private chef service. So that is based out here in Los Angeles, but I did a takeover when I was home in Maryland with some cheesesteaks, and I didn't know it was going to go crazy the way that it did. So I'm going to be
Right.
back home once this
I,
COVID calm down some.
I love that. Okay, so Cierra, you have said you've done so many things in the past 3 minutes, right? But I want to know when you were a little girl, what did you want to be, and like what was the motivating factor behind that?
When I was younger, I wanted to be a lawyer. I wanted to be crazy, like
Okay, why did you want to be a lawyer?
a lawyer. Because one thing is, I stand on truth and I stand on my word, and I just stand on helping people.
Mm-hmm.
So growing up, I'm like, at the community I come from Baltimore City, and the police are supposed to be there to protect and serve, but we know,
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying. So I wanted to, actually be there to protect my people, my kind, especially, our black men who get wrapped in the system and
Love
things.
it.
So just me being from Baltimore, living, growing up in the trenches, as they would say, I
Mm-hmm.
was like, it's something that got to be different. We got to do something different to help our people.
Love it.
So I wanted to be a lawyer, but
Okay.
when I didn't
Uh,
get to the University of Baltimore, it switched.
okay. And so when you were younger, before we go into the career path, because it's wild and I love the story, what did you think success was? Like, what when you if you had to define it, or like what were you envisioning success to be like? Like, what was a successful lawyer, or like just when you were younger, what did you think success was?
Just I've always had the same perception when it comes to success, and it's literally living in your truth and
Mm-hmm.
honestly happy with what you enjoy and what you do. I think success is, how they say, once you stop having fun with it, you're done with it. So
Mm-hmm.
that's just something that truly fulfills your passion and your life, honestly.
I love that. Okay. So you started to share. So it was lawyer, you about to help the people, by the people, for the people. And
But
then you did not get into which college did you say?
University of Baltimore, they
Mm,
got their own law school, which is amazing. Which is
got it.
by the way, but it's crazy because during that time I was working with health physicists.
Okay.
So that's how my major even switched from lawyer to physics. Because during that time I was just like doing reception work, but they showed me how to like calibrate meters and deal with ultrasound radiology. So I'm like, well, this is actually interesting. So
Got
that's
it.
the whole career path change. But I really wanted to get into the University of Baltimore. That's
Okay.
that's
So you a whole scientist out here is what I'm hearing you say.
I was
In my past life. In my past
in my
life.
life before I started fulfilling my passion. I
Mm.
was.
So let me ask you something about that quickly. So, because I think it's interesting, I'm still trying to discover, things I'm good at versus things I'm passionate about. And sometimes they're not the same, right? And so, what I think I'm hearing you say is that you found out that you were good in the science realm, but it wasn't what you were passionate about.
Right,
So, how
right.
did you make that transition?
Um, this is when I think I had like a semester left at Morgan State, and during that time I had the opportunity to move to New York and intern for America's Next Top Model.
Okay.
And just even me working under Nole Marin, a short guy with the bald head, the glass, I was working under him, and like I said, it was an intern position,
Hmm.
but it actually like made me happy. I wasn't getting paid at the time, mind you. I'm moving from Baltimore to New York by myself, like not in a really. I'm not even making no type of money,
Right.
and it's just like I knew that's what when fashion and entertainment came, I realized this is what makes me happy. This is like what I have no problem doing. I don't care if I'm
Got it.
paid or not. Like that's when I knew for sure. Okay, entertainment, fashion. That's the passion right there.
That's so good. Okay, and so you go back to Morgan, you finish your uh Say it again.
Physics?
You finish your physics degree.
No.
What? Okay. So what happens after next top model?
What happened? Okay. I'm like, what happened after that? Then after that, they laid everybody off in the company. And then during that time, I had a boyfriend and he passed away during that time. So it was the layoff
So
with
sorry.
my
Yeah.
ex-boyfriend. So I was like, you know what? I'm going home. I'm going to my parents. I'm going to figure this out. So I went home to reset and just get my mind together. Just,
Hmm.
realign, just make sure that this is the path and the journey that I actually wanted to be on.
For sure.
Home, I was blessed to even be able to go back home,
For sure.
after that leap of faith and taking that risk and even being able to come, and realign. And
Hmm.
so then I was a chiropractic assistant. Crazy. It's so much, but okay, so what brought me to LA? Do you want to fast forward? Because there's a lot in between.
Okay, so how did you get from, how did you, when did Ween become a part, an opportunity?
2016.
Okay. And so how did you hear about Ween? Like what happened there?
How long is the live? You
We
got
got we got a little time. You can give us the abridged version.
So originally, I was on some free auditions website or something like that, and the ad, because I wasn't making money at this
Hmm.
time. I'm trying to get in the swing of things. So I Googled like free auditions, something. I knew I wanted to be on television. And during
Okay.
this time, like I stated, now my passion is entertainment. So when Ween came about, I had just started a media outlet called Deep Cover TV in Baltimore, where we basically did interviews not only for celebrities, but rising talent as well, rising and local
Hmm.
talent. So during that time, I realized hosting, entertainment, talking to people, just like getting their stories, hearing, trials, tribulations.
Hmm.
I love that. I love
Yeah.
that. So I was just looking online, Googling free auditions. I knew I wanted to do something in entertainment, something dealing with hosting, something dealing with, our people, hip hop, all of that. So I was just looking and I came across an audition that literally said, looking for women between the ages. I think during this time, Ween didn't extend past the age of 27. So
Yeah.
I think like between 18 to 27 or something like that. But it never said Ween. It never
Got
said
it.
audition is for Ween. It just said looking for women in entertainment who is available or ready for television or something like that. And it says Atlanta local, right? So mind
But
you,
you,
I'm back in
I'm like,
Baltimore.
but you at home. Okay. Okay.
I'm back in Baltimore at this time. So my cousin lives in Atlanta. So I'm like, look, I'm about to use your address
Love that.
and I'm about to be a local native of Atlanta right now, okay? So funny because mind you, I'm not from Atlanta, but literally I think I had like a few days or something like that. So I packed, but the night before I dried my pants that I was gonna wear to the audition, right?
Oh
Left
boy.
them in the dryer. Left them in the dryer, and then I got to Atlanta. Literally, now it's hot Atlanta,
Hi,
so everything
Atlanta.
else is all shorts. I got shorts, and then the audition was at 8 a.m., so I didn't have time to go to the mall. Wasn't no stores open or nothing like that.
Oh boy.
So I had my blazers though. I had my blazers.
Okay, you were ready-ish.
I was ready. So the audition said for dress, it said business casual, right? So I pull up in some little shorts, but I had my blazer on. And if you know Lauren Lake, the way
Yeah.
that we know,
Oh, good old LL.
Judge Lauren Lake, you knew I had it covered. So we get there, and she's like, "You must didn't read the email." So literally, I just was thinking quick on my feet. I said, "Well, the attire said business casual, business." And then I pointed to the shorts and I said, "Casual."
Quick on your feet. I love it.
And she was like, "Oh, well, okay, okay."
All right.
I'm like, this cat, because I'm not about to tell you that I live in Baltimore and I left my pants in the dryer and I wasn't prepared. I'm not telling you that, ma'am. I'm not telling you that in the middle of
No,
all.
you're not gonna get that from me. I love this story. I
So,
love it. And so you ended up getting through?
I don't even know how many people it was. So we're in Atlanta at this point. They think I'm an Atlanta local. I'm with the Atlanta people. And we're auditioning. There's about 200 to 300 different people. The audition was so long. It literally was from 8 a.m. until 7 p.m.
Mm,
So the longest, heart-wrenching, crazy audition of my life. Because
I
I
can
still didn't
imagine.
know it was Ween. I
Right.
think I'm auditioning to be a
Uh,
woman
on
on
TV,
television.
television. Jeez, Louise.
4 rounds. Lauren made us cry. Like 4 rounds, Lauren made us cry, and we still didn't know it was Ween. So we're down to 7 girls. It's 7 girls at this point. And Lauren's like, okay, great. You guys need to go home. I'll see you tomorrow. Come with one bag. Make sure it's 50 pounds, under 50 pounds, and I'll see you tomorrow. So you think you hear one bag under 50 pounds, you about to take flight somewhere. Like
You out.
be at the airport. No, we wasn't. We was at the mega bus.
Oh no.
Mega bus. Still don't even know his wings. Still don't know. So the cameras are rolling because we were filming for a show during that time.
Okay,
So
okay.
one bag under 50 pounds in the car and things like that. So Lauren's like, cut. Okay, ladies, now we're about to drop you off to the bus station. So we're like, bus station? Like,
What do you mean?
what bus are we about to take? Like, what are you talking about? We about to take this plane somewhere. So she's like, yeah, y'all are going to take the mega bus from Atlanta to New York. Atlanta to New York. You know that bus stopped at least 8 times. Like
I can't even imagine. And this
20.
whole time you're thinking it's a one shot deal to be on TV.
Yep. Still thinking. But we later found out. So, we got 24 hours on this bus. So now it's riddles and it's things we got to do. It's challenges and stuff. Like, still to this day, it was a guy I was sitting next to and wanted a complete stranger. I don't know. Well, I know him now. We're still friends, actually. So he was a complete stranger at the time.
Uh-huh.
One of the challenges from Sabrina was bust a rhyme with the person sitting next to you.
No way.
I'm like,
I would have got sent home just to be clear.
I was like, sir, I know you don't know me. I don't know you, but this challenge says I got to bust a rhyme with the person sitting next to me. So we came up with this rhyme. It was actually kind of lit. Like, that's my. So we still follow each other on Instagram and congratulate each other all the time. Shout out to him because he was a team player. But
I love that.
like, it was the different challenges. So then we got ween.org, the information.
Mm-hmm.
We was like, what is this? Like, Ween Online, like, who is Ween? So then it was like, you have to know the 4 founders' names and the mission statement of Ween. We're like, but what is Ween? Like, we, all 7 of us, never heard of Ween prior
We
to.
just right.
We was like, what is going on? So we got us 7 who had no idea what the heck Ween was, and then you had the actual girls that were auditioning for Ween.
Mm-hmm.
So when we got to New York, we all came together. But then Lauren Lake met us in New York. She took a plane. She didn't
Of
take
course.
no
Of course. Of course the
she
judge
took
took a
a plane.
plane.
So we get there looking all defeated. She's glammed up, sitting there waiting on the steps. Like, took y'all longer. So we sitting there stressed out, carrying out our bags, all sweating, looking dirty. We was just on this bus for a whole day. So she's like, great. Now this is going to be the house that you living in. So we like, house. So we go in there. We see air mattresses, 2 bedroom. Mind you, this is a New York apartment. So it's small. Like, it's small, small. 7 girls, 2 bedroom in Brooklyn on air mattresses with $300 to eat for the month.
Baby, let me tell you. Now this is why you have the grit that you have.
Yes. Crazy. It was so crazy. And then some of our sisters was trying to get seafood with our little $300. I said, see, so me and Shy, Shanika, we like, that's how we instantly connected. Cause we like, look, we know that we can't be buying shrimp.
Cannot have shrimp for $300 for the
Right.
month
If we don't get these peanut butter and jelly sandwiches and oodles and noodles,
and call it a day.
just don't put the sodium in there. You be good. You be good. Trust me. Don't put their seasoning. Or if you do, use like half of it. But you the whole thing.
Healthy tips. I
Healthy.
love it. I love it. Wow. So I think, well, one, I'm grateful that wasn't my wooden experience. First, I have to say that, but I can also just say that that speaks to, like I said, the testament of how much grit and grind that you have to be in this industry. Like they say, when prepares you for the entertainment industry, but your experience is bar none,
It's
bar none. I
but
can't even.
I feel like that more so not only prepared me for the entertainment industry, but it prepared me for the show with T.I. Like it
Mm.
was the same thing.
So let's
Like,
transition to that because I don't know that people know that that was also a part of your journey. And
that
so tell us about that. How did you find out about it? How did you get to be on it? What was the
uh,
process?
how did I find out? It's so weird. I guess it was during. So I got after Ween because that was 2016. So after that, what was I doing? Oh, radio. I was doing the radio, and then I don't even. I think I was still doing the free audition applying thing. Like I
Mm,
figured that out, but the production team actually gave me a call
wow.
and stated that they were interested in having me on a show to compete to be an executive assistant for the salary of $100,000. Never said it was Ti.
Hmm.
Said with network, all that stuff. So that was another crazy audition. But because of Wing, I was prepared. I'm
You
like,
prepared. You had your business casual ready.
y'all ain't gonna get me this time. I'm coming prepared. So that was another crazy. So I'm actually I got the call. I did the whole interview. I did everything great. They was like, "Oh, we're so interested. The producers love you." Then they called me and said, "Actually, we're going to go with someone else. We're not going."
Wow.
When I say I cried, I was like, "I never want to do reality TV, but this is the only way I would do it.
For sure.
It's like this is it to showcase, my talents, all my hustle, the grit, everything that my
Hmm.
previous encounters taught me." I'm like, why? So that happened, and then I believe probably 4 days after, they called me back and said, "Unfortunately, somebody's not able to do it," or something like that. It's
Are
like
you
we
still available?
a part of the next audition. I think it was like 60 people. It was cut down to 60 at this time.
Hmm.
But I had to go to Atlanta for the final audition. So I'm in this hotel room, talking to my parents. I'm like, I don't know what's going on. They already was on the line about me. Like, so I remember Mira. Shout out to Mira. I love Mira so much. That's one of the talent producers on the show. And she told me once I got there, she was like, we'll have a final answer by Tuesday.
Okay.
Actually, it was Tuesday at like 6 p.m. And I'm like, what is going on?
Where are they?
We're arts. I'll never forget. I'm watching the BET Hip Hop Awards, and I'm talking to my parents on the phone. I'm like, "What is going?" My mom like the BET Awards. I said, "I don't care about that right now."
Where is my phone call?
Like what? I'm worried about this phone. I won't let them down. Literally, show them this text message. Like, show them this. So then, like, I think 10 minutes went by. I was on the phone with my parents. I'm like, y'all, come on. Like, this is it. This is it. I'm already down here. I'm in Atlanta. Forget those 60 people. Like, I'm it. It's me.
It's me. Choose
It's
me.
me. So then Mary texted me and said, pack your SHIT. You going to the house. I said, oh, still didn't know it was Ti. Still, but I had an idea because
Mm.
they said a multi-millionaire in Atlanta
Right.
And I'm like, I was like, it's either, I told them, they was like, who do you think it is? I said, T.I., Ludacris. I don't know. I said T.I., Ludacris, or Jay-Z. I said something like that. They was like, oh, why do you think it's them? I was like, I don't know. I was like, but honestly, I feel like it's T.I. I was like, I know it's not Puff, but I
Mm-hmm.
really feel like it's T.I. if it's in Atlanta. And come to find out, it
It
was
was
T.I.
Ti. That's great. And so, what did that experience teach you? Because it was actually TV.
Yeah, it was insane for one. Like, no phone, no connection to the outside world, no connection to my real friends and family,
Mm-hmm.
real support system. Like, I didn't have them, to give me encouraging words to keep me going. It's
Mm-hmm.
all a mental thing. Cause it's like you're in this house with these people, but you gotta kind of be nice because you live together, but not really because you're competing against
Yeah,
each other.
right, right, right.
Y'all cool, but not really. Like, I think I remember asking production, like, where y'all get these people from? Craigslist? Like, Sierra, stuff like that. Like, who is these people? But now we got a group message. I love all my
I
castmates.
was okay.
Like,
So you still, I was gonna ask, you're still in communication?
yeah.
Okay, well that's good. That's good.
I think Ivan is actually here now. Ivan crazy, so, but I love them. They my peoples. They cool now, but when we was competing, I was like, look, crazy. Okay. And T.I. was quite intimidated. But
I can imagine that, but I feel like every step of the way is preparing you for what's next,
correct. Yes.
right? And so you did Ween, where you had the boss women of Felicia and Christy and Lauren and Sabrina that prepared you for working with Ti, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we're being prepared to go through the process to work with Ti. And
Correct.
then somehow, some way, you are now in LA,
I'm in LA. Work.
and you
Well,
initially were working for or with.
that was okay. So I went to Atlanta. Okay, because I came to LA twice.
Okay.
Two stories to LA. When I finished okay, let's do it this way because I'm like, it's a lot. Okay, so when I finished T.I. show, production stated, and at this time, I was living in Baltimore,
Hmm.
not Atlanta.
Right,
So
right, right.
it later came out that I was living in Baltimore.
Oops.
But that's cool. Shout out to North, shout out to Mirror, shout out to Karen, shout out to 52 Miles BT family. But they told me, they was like, look, you need to move to LA. So I'm like,
Mm.
LA? So I was like, yeah, just try it. I'm like, I don't know. I don't know why y'all said that. But I just decided, I said, let me try it out for a month. Let me try it for a month. Came out here more than a month, of course. I think it turned into like a year. And thank God they did say, because I was prepared once the show actually aired.
Okay.
The red
So
carpets, like,
got it. Okay, so that all happened. So you shot the show, and then
mm-hmm.
there was a period of time. Did you actually work um with Ti?
No, no, I didn't work with him as far as the show with the Trap Museum,
Got
but I
it.
worked with him with Cover 360, which is his tech
Understood. Okay. So, oh,
that, and then yeah, which I actually do. They made me the face of Cover 360.
understood.
So
And that was in LA?
yes, well, it's a app. It's not like literally based anywhere, but this happened in LA. I want to say. I'm trying to remember. I don't know because we
There's so
still
there's
had
so much goodness that's happened that you can't keep track. I love it. I love
it's
it.
a
I
lot.
love it. I love it. But that's one of the reasons why I wanted to have you on, not just because who you worked for, right? Because to me, yes, it's great, awesome accolades, but I think to me the importance of having you share your story with us is that, like, one, you had no real idea what was about to happen, right?
Right.
But you were open to it, and you continue to step out on faith and put yourself in positions that allowed you to grow. Um, mentally, physically, and spiritually, and just in your career. And so you're out here in LA, you're doing you said you're prepared to do the red carpets and all other stuff, which is I'm sure like a highlight.
That was great. Getty, Emmys, red carpet, this red carpet. That was a time. That was the time when the world was open. I miss just like interacting with people and just like how the world was before the mask and COVID,
Mm-hmm.
6 feet and all that. That was a
For
time
sure.
for.
I can imagine. And then so how did it come about that you started working for Combs?
Yes. So then I got the opportunity to work with P Valley. So that took me actually to Atlanta for real this time. No, for real, in real life this time. And
Uh-huh.
um, I worked on that for 4 months on the production. I think I was in Atlanta for like 4 months or something.
Mm-hmm.
And then during this time, so I'm still doing in the midst of all of this, I'm still doing my hosting and red carpet interviews, not just as talent, but I'm hosting and doing all that. So I saw the Revolt Summit had came.
Mm-hmm.
So I reached out to Felicia and I said, hey, can you help me get a media pass for the Revolt Summit? I'm really interested in covering it for my media outlet.
Love
So
it.
then she spins it and says, well, actually, we need a project manager to oversee the brand ambassadors. Are you interested? So mind you, I'm like, I really, really, really want to do the hosting and do the red carpet and things like that. But then I'm like, but Felicia, my girl, and it's so hard to say no to her.
Right.
It's so
Yes.
no. So I was like, all right, V, what is it? It was over 75 girls, and I was not prepared. And I literally dedicated, I think, like a week and a half just to, you know, streamlining things, getting things together. I literally was talking to each and every girl all day, every day,
Wow.
leading up into the summit. Now, mind you, nobody never said nothing about pay. Never,
Ah.
never nothing about pay. But one thing that I can say is I don't really care how much is being paid. I don't care. Like I stated before, if I feel like it fulfills my passion, fulfills my duty here on this earth,
For
I'm going
sure.
to do it regardless. Like I
Mm-hmm.
don't put no type of money on anything. Now I know my worth.
Yeah.
That's one thing. Like I know my worth. You got to know your worth, but you also got to understand it is going to be some free stuff that you do.
Yeah.
So I went into it. It never even crossed my mind to be like, oh, well, how much you
How
got for me?
much? Right.
It's Diddy. I know you got money. Like I'm saying, like I'm not doing. We're not doing that. Like like so. I did all that. That was a time. Woo! That was a
Baby.
crazy time. But I dedicated myself the entire weekend. Uh, well, leading up to it, in the entire weekend for the Revolt Summit. From there, the Revolt Summit was over on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say Aaron Harris,
Love Aaron.
emailed me at 7 a.m. on Monday, the next day, and was like, "Hey, I want to offer you a full-time position in LA under Combs." So I'm like, mind you, I don't even know what I'm doing. Like, yeah, I'm coming. I don't have no plan. I don't have no house there in LA. I have.
Wow.
I'm just like, yeah, I'm coming. So she like, wait, what? Like, what you gonna do with your place in Atlanta? I'll figure it out. Like, I'll
Yes.
figure it out. I'm coming. I'm on my way. So I was already in LA. Then I was in Atlanta for that little bit of time. Now I'm back in LA, but more with a solid foundation this time around. Like
Mm-hmm.
now I have a job. I mean, I don't have nowhere to stay. Shout out to my friends. I was sleeping on couches, and
Listen,
now I'm in my own place now.
something about being in your own space, but it takes time sometimes to get there.
It takes a time, but and shout out to everybody because I don't really believe anybody's self-made. Like Yes, you put in the work yourself. Yes, it's self-discipline. It takes self-motivation, but nobody's necessarily ever self-made. Just
Mm-hmm.
like strictly self-made, mm-mm. Like it's people in this world for a reason,
There's
and once
always a team.
your tribe, like they got your back. So shout out to my people. Shout out to the tribe.
I love that. So you've worked with the
That was
greats.
that was
You
that was the Rock Deli on. So okay, so then I really figured out what I was actually going to be doing. So it was assistant with the marketing for Ciroc and Deleon. So that was my position over at Combs, which led me here to Lobos with, I call it the School of Combs because like they say, if you live in New York, you can live anywhere. If you work at Combs, you can work anywhere. You can there. So I feel like Ween, T.I. show, boom, all prepared me for this moment here where I'm at now, especially with Combs. It was, if I didn't prepare or know what I knew just based off of Ween and T.I. and, the show and
mm-hmm.
things like that, I probably would have drowned. I'm sure. Because it's
Working at Combs.
fast, high. It's just this industry, entertainment industry itself.
Mm-hmm.
You know, fast paced is everything is right now. Is high demand, like, and it takes a certain person, and a certain passion to fulfill it. So
I would agree, and I think I thank you. I knew that the journey was going to be the bulk of the show because it has been quite a journey for you. And one of the things I want to know is what is something that you learned or that you're still in the process of learning that you wish you learned sooner?
I'm still learning. I can say being in the moment, like
Mm,
literally in the moment. Like you and I having this conversation right now, not me thinking about, okay, at 4 o'clock, I got a Zoom call. Da-da-da. Like, no, not all of that. Literally being present, completely present in the moment. That's what I'm learning because you'll be in something, then you be like, okay, tomorrow I gotta do this, I gotta do that. You'll
mm-hmm,
find yourself out, at some event or something like that, and you thinking about what you gotta do on Sunday, but you done missed your opportunity to network or talk to
mm,
because your mind is totally somewhere else. So
that's so good.
I can say truly 100% living in the moment.
I love that. And I think that's a lesson that I think all of us need to learn or like continue to practice, I'll say,
Correct.
because it is in a world that is so fast paced, right?
Hmm.
You are sort of thinking about the next, the next, the next. And it can be hard
Yeah.
to just be happy or just be fulfilled or present where you are. So that's still for sharing that. What do you think success is now?
Self-care for one. That's a very important practice when it comes to success because I think I can say prior to COVID and quarantine and the world shutting down,
Mm-hmm.
it was just go mode, like go 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 go, because we're thinking, oh, we got to do this, we got to put on, we got to create the generational wealth for our family, we got to break the curses and
Mm-hmm.
you know,
Mm-hmm.
go go go, and don't really give ourselves the self-care. Like I
Yeah.
just started actually taking time out, like let me get when I get my nails done, I'm not answering no calls,
Mm,
texts, no emails, none of that pertaining work. I'll be getting my nails done, but then I'll be on a conference call and not fully living in my self-care moment.
mm-hmm.
So I think success is a balance between the grind and your hobbies or your extra leisure that genuinely makes you happy. So a
I love
little bit
that.
of grind, but you can relax a little bit. Like this is all about execution strategy, and we not working hard or grinding. Like, we gonna work hard, but
For
we
sure.
not you know draining ourselves to do that. So I can
I love that.
take those self-care days. That's important for sure.
I love that you said that. So what are some other tips and motivators? So like someone sees Sierra, they're like, oh, Sierra Winter, Sierra, 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 Sierra. Like,
But
what are some tips that are motivators that you could share with someone who is, um, maybe trying to tap into the entertainment industry or, and I think so I want you to answer that, but I also think it's important for me to say that as the times that I've conversed with you, the times I've worked with you, the times that we've hung out, like you're so humble, right? Like
thanks,
I
Ash.
promise, like the just in your journey, right? Like I feel like you could have a chip or two on your shoulder. Because
You sound like my mom. My mom be like, you too humble. You too. And I'll be like,
I mean, I don't know if it's too humble, right? I think you where you're supposed to be, but I would say that like I feel like you could definitely be like, oh yeah, because me and such and such, or like it's never a name drop, it's never like, or I'll say inappropriate, or like
yeah,
it's super super humble. You are super humble, I will say, but and always about the business, always about the grind, and so um I want you to share with us like what what are some tips, like what would you explain, or how would you motivate somebody that wants to do what you do, air quotes.
well, literally, it's just all in what you put out. You'll get it back. Like literally, what you put out is what you get back. And not even on no fake, like, oh, let me be nice to people because I know I'm going to get my blessing. Because that's not the way to do it either.
Mhm.
Like, I am nice, but actually, it's a little side.
That Baltimore is still in there, huh?
Side still up in there somewhere. But it's like, if I don't have to be mean, if I don't have to be rude just because of, the rooms that I've been in and the people that I've been around, I don't feel the need to like shit on people. Like
Mhm.
I'm not doing that. And like, because I like helping people. I want
Mhm.
to help people. I want to help, like, people who may have less experience than me, like you said, and who wants to get somewhere where I'm at or even further. So it's like, if I can help you in any way, then I will. It's just naturally in me. It's a gift and a curse. Like Shanika said too. She'd be like, you be helping people all the time. And it's just naturally in me. Like I'd be like, oh, you could do this, you could do that, and this could happen. Oh, let me call this person and help this out and do that. So I think it's just like what I put out, just comes back, and you got to be able to receive it as well, and you
Mhm.
determine because certain energy. Just make sure who you surround yourself with. Like your circle of influence is a big, big thing in your life
Mhm.
as far as your career as well, because that has an impact on your day to day thought process.
For
Like
sure.
literally, what you surround yourself with, who you surround yourself with, like only quality people. That's it. No bum.
Hashtag billions, period, sis.
Billions.
I love that. But I do think that sometimes, for me, I'll say when I was living in Connecticut, I had a great group of friends, um, but they weren't feeding me in how I needed to be fed, like creative, in my creative space, right? And so
Right.
like, um, it was hard for me to find people on that wavelength while I was there, right?
Mm.
And so I had to remove myself and move to LA. And that's where I sort of found, got a stride, or even maybe I just found myself a little bit more, and then was able to connect with people that aren't necessarily even living in LA, which is crazy, right? But in this
Yeah,
new space, just be able to find new people that feed into you. So I do think that a big part of it is um, who you surround yourself with, but also being honest with yourself so that you're attracting the people that you need to attract.
exactly. I think a lot of people, hold on to the day ones, like, and don't get me wrong, like, I have best friends that have been in my life since I was 12,
Hmm.
but it is a such thing as outgrowing people.
Hmm.
It's such thing, and it is a such thing as going separate, in different paths. It
Mm-hmm.
should be no love lost. Like if, like you stated, if that person doesn't really align with your journey or where you're going, then they can still be your friend,
Mm-hmm.
but you gotta make sure that you stick to your mission and stay focused. Like you don't need to be sitting on the phone talking to them all day, gossiping about what happened on the local shade room. Like nobody got time for that. Like where are you putting your energy?
Yeah.
Where are you putting like where you want to go? Where are you putting your future? That's the real thing.
Mm-hmm. Oof. Where are
So
you putting your future? Brandon, that is the title of that's the title of the podcast, Brandon. Okay? You hear it?
that's it.
No,
That's
that was so dope. Well, I want to respect your time. You are busy, you are booked, you are popping, you are grinding, you are a hustler. I want to give you opportunity to brag about yourself. How can we support you? How can people follow you? What we got? What we got? What can we
that's
do? How can we?
stuck at bragging. Okay, so I got Famously Fit, as you all know. Um, that's in the bio on my page, so check that out. And it's at Famously Fit underscore.
Okay.
Uh, and yeah, if you need help with any marketing, brand strategy, any artists who feel like they need some type of leverage with their career, don't be trash now, like, because that's another thing. I got help me help you. That's another thing.
I love that.
Help me help you, and people gotta understand that too. Just because we cool, if it's not quality, I can't do nothing with it. I can't make the people receive you. Like that's I can't create a miracle. I can help you, but I'm not God, but I can help you.
I love that. Okay, so we're gonna put all this information in the show notes. So last thing is I'm the amateur expert. I know a little bit about a lot. So if you could please share with me one random fact, a tidbit of information, a Snapple fact, something I could be like, oh, Sierra told me that. It could be industry related. It could be like, um, I don't know, something about how production works. Just something that I could say you taught me.
One thing I always say is it kind of goes back to what we were stating as far as living a moment, but I will say trust the process while in the process.
Hmm,
Like trust it.
that's
Don't
dope.
let go, let God, and trust the process while in the process.
That's good. I needed to hear that on today because I'd be like,
I
God, what
started
is
repeating it myself too. Like, yeah, trust the process while in the process.
that's good. That's the mantra for the week, y'all. Y'all got it?
Yeah.
Put it in your pocket. Put it in your pocket.
So you'll lose it.
Baby. All right. Well, thank you again for being on the show. We're gonna put all this information in the show notes. Y'all follow Sierra. She is a beast. She is one of the best to ever do it. And thank you so much for being on the show.
Thanks, sis. Love you.
Love you.
Blessings and billions.
Billions. Bye, y'all.